So I would like to commence with a defense of my contentions. So my value is social progress and my opposition's value is stability. The opposition argued that social progress is encompassed by stability, but it's actually the other way around. Social progress encompasses stability, thus our criterion is more relevant. Furthermore, stability is irrelevant to the debate, as when making legal and societal changes, instability will be caused, as evidenced by the program protest against President Obama in October 2015. Therefore, our value stands. Furthermore, the criterion of minimizing deaths have been proven to be untrue in my first and second contention, therefore this also must fall. Moving on to defense of my first contention, the opposition stated that in 2013 the UK had 0.23 gun deaths per 100 people, compared to over 100 per 100 people in the United States. However, this is irrelevant to the debate, as the UK has all guns banned, not solely handguns, therefore the statistic is not relevant in a rebuttal of my contentions. Furthermore, the opposition stated with regards to this contention that sawed-off shotguns are more difficult to conceal, which is completely untrue. As I said, the Tec-9 handgun, is 12 inches in length, whereas a sawed-off shotgun can be 11 inches in length. Thus, it is actually more concealable than a handgun, and this point is not relevant, therefore this contention shall stand. They also said that certain shotguns have a loading capability of only 2. However, this is again not relevant to the debate because certain shotguns have a loading capability of 10. Therefore, as I said before, this contention shall stand. Moving on to my second contention, my opposition completely ignored the monetary issues of compensation as stated in the 5th Amendment of the Bill of Rights. Therefore, this contention shall stand because of that. As I stated before, there will be a monetary compensation of $45.6 billion, which will have to be accounted for, and this is completely unrealistic and, as I said before, not pragmatic. Furthermore, they stated that in the Constitution there are other aspects of it that are outdated, and even though this may be true, it doesn't mean that people will be willing to comply and sacrifice the Constitution, because this is what Americans have fought so many civil wars for, to uphold. Therefore, this second contention shall still stand. Moving on to my third contention, which was that the banning of private handgun ownership is unrealistic. The opposition said that this is not true and that it is realistic, and cited the example of Australia, saying that people willingly gave up their guns. However, in this contention, I gave 2 examples that are even more relevant to this debate, which focuses on the United States. The example of California in 1989, where only 20% of those to whom it applied registered their semi-automatic rifles, and again in New Jersey in 1990, where a legal mandate was put into effect and only 2% of people complied over a 10-year period. Therefore, this is more relevant to the debate than the example of Australia, and this contention shall stand. Now moving on to my closing. The opposition did propose a strong argument against the banning of guns in general. However, they didn't fully focus on handguns, therefore their contention shall fall. The examples that they stated of mass shootings, which they have continually defended, were not solely carried out using handguns, and despite using the example of 50% of deaths by firearms involving handguns, this does not necessarily correlate to mass shootings, therefore it's irrelevant to the debate. So just to reiterate my contentions, my first contention is that handguns being banned will not solve the prevalent issue of gun control, which I stand by fully. As proven in my contention, it will only mean that criminals switch to an alternative, more dangerous weapon. The arguments posed by the affirmative, stating that this isn't true, have been proven wrong by my example of the study conducted by the National Institute of Justice in state prisons across America over a 12-year period. Therefore, this contention shall still stand. My second contention, there are legal complications that will occur as a result of banning handguns. This has been stated, even though the aspect of the Constitution has been attacked, it doesn't mean that Americans will comply with this. And furthermore, again, the monetary issues of compensation will not be pragmatic to achieve, therefore this contention shall also stand. Thirdly, the banning of private handgun ownership being unrealistic, again proven not only in my second contention but also my third contention, where I cited the examples of California and New Jersey. Therefore, in conclusion, having supported my value of social progress and the criterion of pragmatism, we strongly urge a negation of the resolution that in the United States, the private ownership of handguns ought to be banned. Thank you.